Hey everybody, Coach Ken here with Trainer Tip of the Day. So, it's kind of funny. I was at the chiropractor's office yesterday, and I am just locked up at my lower lumbar area. He couldn't even adjust me. It was just too painful. And, I have a really good relationship with VJ over at Advanced Physical Medicine. If you need a trainer or a chiropractor, VJ will take the time to listen to you. I will say this, a small criticism, sometimes he's forceful, but I'm a big guy, and he knows that he has to use some force with me, so all I had to do was just guide him a little bit, slow down, that sort of thing. He was beautiful. He stretched me very well, but as I was going through the process, I'm just feeling how it all starts and where it all comes from, and it's, I think it's stress related. I've got this whole thing going on with my computer where I cannot seem to be getting emails, and it's just very, very frustrating for me. Dealing with any type of technology type stuff drives me nuts. We had a loss in our family recently. We've had a wedding recently. We have another wedding. These are all things that are wonderful things, celebrations of life, celebrations of new life, but they're stress. And sometimes the things that come along with them cause stress. And, I'm built to handle a certain type of stress, and I'm not handled to build a different type of stress. Like asking me what color car to pick out is like a stressful question for me. I don't care. So now I got to put brain power into that. You understand what I'm saying? Likewise, for somebody else, they may only care about the color, and the rest of the stuff, who cares? It'll drive and go wherever. So the point of all of this is that as I was in that on the table with Dr. VJ, and he's doing my adjustment, we're talking about the stress that's going on and stuff like that. And I said, I've been praying on it. And I started to relax as soon as I started that. And so I embraced it. I moved more towards that. And as I was praying and allowing God into the conversation, I relaxed more and more. And again, I don't care where you're at. I'm not trying to proselytize here. If placebo is 60% effective, if it works for me, I don't want to know. And I told him that with other things. I have this insert with my shoe, but that's a whole nother story that raises my hips. Anyways, the point that I want to make for you is that if stress is something that comes from internal perception, negative stress, and if that negative stress can affect our health, then shouldn't the opposite also be true? So if I'm feeling a lot of this negative stress, what could I do to get rid of it? Now, maybe you're not a religious person, and maybe you don't understand prayer. Prayer is about changing your perception, your insight. It's through recognizing the smallness of yourself in the universe and how little you matter, and so how little these things that you're stressing over matter in the long run of things. Okay? I think the way that I look at it is, from my religious perspective, Jesus suffered on the cross the most horrible suffering any human's ever suffered. It's horrible. And if he can do that for us, I can take a screenshot of my email that I sent and send it to some support tech who can then work on it and fix it for me. And that's how you get rid of the stress. Perspective. So I don't know if that helps. I hope it does. If you're experiencing stress, I know that someone once said to me, when you're little, you have little problems. When you're big, you have big problems. And that is sort of the way of the world. When you start getting in your 40s and 50s, you start having weddings and funerals and all the stuff that goes along with that. And it's hard. It's hard. No one told me that it would be this hard. I didn't notice this when my parents were going through it. But I think they kind of, I was young, and like the song says, my thoughts were short, my hair was long. I wasn't really paying attention because I didn't have to, because my parents were picking up the pieces. So One other thing I'll say, gratitude. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for giving me the fortitude to be able to know that I can stick with this. Thank you, Gloria and Earl, for giving me a wife that is the best wife a wife could possibly be. Thank you, God, for my life and my family and my business and my people. And I am bathing my brain in positivity so that I get healthier and better quick. You do the same. We fit your goals, we fit your needs, we fit you.